My friend, first here. Hello. Hello, my friend. Hope you're doing well. $500 151 ETBs incoming. Wonder if that means the PC ETB is going to be jumping up too. That's crazy. That is crazy. Hey Glenn, what's up, buddy? How are you doing today? Hope you're having a good one, my friend. Hope you're having a good one. Just hanging out. Kiddo's finally to bed. Long day of work, and now we're here chilling. Which I'm all about. I like a good chill. Geez, Phantasmal Flames. Up to pretty much $80 a ETB. Everyone thought that set was going to eat it, but man, it really made a comeback. Really made a comeback. It was a good day. It was a busy day. It was a crazy day, but all my days are kind of crazy. I don't really I don't get to not have a crazy day, essentially. So, but it's been good. It was good, very productive. Come here. Come here. Come here. Kitty cat. Don't jump on my lap, though. You're gonna tear holes in my pants because you claw the heck out of me. I like Phantasmal. I don't know. That's just me, though. I think Phantasmal's great. I think it's a good set, solid set. And some reason, I think there's just like what's a good way to put it? I think there's a good echo chamber kind of going on right now. Because like nobody on YouTube that was a creator was like, they all hated Phantasmal. Like they weren't about it, but then people are definitely putting their money where their mouth is because, you know, it keeps going up in price, keeps doing fine. And then a lot of the bigger influencers are like, oh man, you know what? Ascended Heroes is trash and blah, blah, blah. But people keep buying it and it keeps on being what it is, you know? And so I think YouTube is full of a lot of kind of noise. And I think sometimes people try to do it to push like certain prices down or products down, stuff like that. But I think people are in for an interesting awakening with how 2026 is going to go. And me too, because I didn't think 2026 would go like this. But I think, like I said, I think the big creators are all like just kind of saying the same thing, but then it doesn't happen. And at some point, we have to kind of accept what's going on, or else we can't make the right moves. You know, it's like at some point we gotta be like, well, Phantasmal's not going down the way we thought, and then Ascended Heroes probably won't go down the way we wanted it to. What's Municus Zero doing right now? Let's see. Why does it never pull up TCG Player? Oh, they put it back to Nihil 0. It was Municus, but now it's Nihil again. Oh my gosh. But where's the booster box? There it is. So, I noticed, I noticed that Municus 0 came out very hard at like the $80 to $85 range, and it's still at the $85 to $88 range. And so this set, so far, really isn't going anywhere yet. It might later, but I mean, realistically, it only has up to go from here. So what does that say about Perfect Order? What does that say how Perfect Order is going to go? You know, I think a lot of people are throwing hate towards Perfect Order, but Municus is doing fine. I guess it's Nihil again. It was Municus, but now it's Nihil again. Like I said, and even I think it was I forget what YouTuber said it, but they're like, oh, we need 4 sets to go bad before the market, you know, tanks and stuff like that. And basically they were saying that Phantasmal was bad, Mega Evolutions is bad. Oh my gosh, kitten, we don't want you right now. Mega, Phantasmal, Ascended, and now Perfect Order are all bad. But they keep saying that stuff, but the prices keep going up on it. The prices keep going up. So it's like, oh, I don't know. We'll see. Taco saying Destined Rivals Prismatic, all pumping. And it's true. And 151. 151 kind of got its target scare. And then that didn't happen. And now that's starting to rebound too. Celebrations, of course. Yep. And oh my gosh. Kitten cat. Not tonight. And yeah, pre-2020. You know what though? You think so. But if you compare like the games of Destined Rivals versus like Lost Origin, stuff like that, Destined Rivals is growing way faster than Lost Origin did. Around this point of Destined Rivals' life cycle, Lost Origin would have still been in stock in the Pokemon Center for super cheap. And so I wouldn't be surprised if at some point Destined Rivals takes over Lost Origin. I would not be surprised. I hate TCG Player. It used to be so good to search within its own system. Now it just sucks. You have to go through YouTube or through Google to just find the damn thing you want. So, I mean, 707 with some at 725, 748. I mean, Destined Rivals is not that far behind, and it's still in print. It's not that far behind while being in print. So it makes it hard for me because I'm like, I know this will get pumped up again at some point because before Destined Rivals cycles out, I know Lost Origin will have its own little hike and stuff like that. But Destined Rivals is still growing faster. So it's hard for me to be like, do I ever get a Lost Origin booster box or do I just get more Destined Rivals? I don't know. Yeah, I'm the same way. I got 2 cases of booster boxes. I have a ton of PC ETBs of Destined Rivals. Because when it first came out, people were trying to panic dump their ETBs for some reason. And so locally, I bought up a ton of them. I bought up tons and tons of those ETBs. And then Distro just did a restock, and they're like, oh, you're going to get 25 booster bundles at almost market price. I'm like, great. And I thought they were going to just be loose booster bundles, and I was going to sell them, but they came in a sealed case of 25 booster bundles. So I'm like, never mind. We're keeping that. We are definitely keeping that. Taco, how is Paldean Fate's booster bundle only 1,000 on some sites? I don't know. I don't trust most other sites. If it's not my own site or TCG Player, I don't really trust it. I really don't. I'm kind of surprised Paldean Fates isn't worth a little bit more. Well, I don't know. What's the math on that? How much is that per bundle? I'm terrible at math. Oh, actually, it's doing just as good as 151 per bundle, if not better. I mean, we have some at 1175, 1194. That's actually really good. That's a lot better than I thought. Oof, 151 getting pricey. Getting so pricey. Never shopped at Safari Zone. I hear they're legit, but never shopped there. I don't know. I just pretty much get local deals that are really good. And then stuff from card show vending and then distro. But distro puts stuff right under market price, and they're not going to restock 151 bundles. There's no way. There's no way. But that tells me Prismatic has a good future to it. And a lot of people dog on Prismatic, and I think Vapor has actually got a good point where he's like, you know, it has a lot of growth potential and it's still very early, kind of cheap buy. Let's see. You doing the pre-sealed? Oh, pre-sale. Oh, are you asking if I'm pre-ordering my Ascended Heroes ETBs? Oh, am I buying the which ETB is it? And where's it from? Is that another Safari deal? I've never been to Safari. I'm sorry, what's AH? I don't know what AH is. I'm dumb. Oh, Ascended Heroes. Duh. AH. Blah. I'm stupid. Ascended Heroes. I wouldn't see it on there. Yeah, they're definitely non-Safari. They probably sell out. Or have already sold out. They probably did their pre-sales like a year ago. I remember when they did Team Rocket Booster Box without knowing what the product was and threw it up there for like $150 or something like that. I forget. How much is Ascended Heroes going for on TCG Player? That's what I want to know. I haven't even looked. Ooh. Really, pre-selling for $159. Dang, 127, 159, 165. But that's what happens when you do these waived releases. I mean, it's not even out till February 20th. I'm only getting 2 cases of ETBs. So it's like they're definitely going to be a little pricey. I don't know if they'll beat out Prismatic or not, but to be determined. We'll have to see. But dang, 151 going crazy. I have 2 display cases sealed of 151 booster bundles. And then I got a couple Pokemon Center ETBs as well. Dang, getting pricey. Getting so pricey. That's crazy expensive for Ascended Heroes. I mean, I kind of get it because it's a specialty set, so the ETB is like the most valuable product, but 100, that's just crazy. That's so much money. That's so much money. I don't even know what I'm going to sell mine for. I know I'm getting 3 cases total at some point. It's kind of a split waved release, so I don't get all 3 at once. I get 2 of them, then I get 1 of them, and I'm debating on whether I keep 1 case or 2 cases and then sell the other one, or how I'm going to do that. I don't know. We'll have to see. We will have to see. Yeah. Kind of have to look at the other things you can pick up, and you got a couple different options. You can get some of the smaller stuff and wait for that to go up in price, or get one big thing or whatever it is. But like Team Rocket Joey was saying earlier in a video today, he was like, it's hard for me to spend $500 on other stuff when I could just get a Destin Rivals booster box and know that at some point that thing's going to be over $1,000 a booster box. It's like, you're not wrong about that. But I'm hoping some reprints come through. I'm hoping I get some from Distro. But if reprints do come, I have gotten a few reprints of Destin Rivals booster boxes before 2026, and you could only buy 3 in a 1-week period, and that ended after 2 weeks. So you can only buy 6 total over a 2-week period, and they were priced $10 under market at whatever market was during that time. And then the new Destin Rivals booster bundles that just hit the market, they were priced at $40 when they're like $55. So I don't think that's going to affect the booster bundle market too much. And I don't think, the booster boxes are going to keep going crazy. But if they do a reprint, I'm hoping Distro does some good pricing on it. But if not, then it will continue to be cooked. But I don't think they'll do good pricing on it. They never do. They never do nowadays. It's unfortunate. I got a card show this weekend, and that's kind of how I gauge the local market and see how things are going outside of the internet is card shows. So it'll be interesting to see how it goes. If it's picked up and busy. It's been really slow at card shows lately in my state. So it'll be interesting to see how busy they are now. Yeah. There's so many people. When Destin Rivals was going for $235, there's people that are like, I'll wait for $200. Then they go up to $280, and they're like, well, okay, I'll wait for $250. And then they're like, it goes up to $300. They'll be like, okay, $280, I'll wait for $280. And then it just kept going and going. And now we're here where we're at. It just depends. Just know what market price on a booster bundle is and try to wheel and deal. Or if you got some cards that you don't care about, use those cards towards sealed. If you got cards that you don't care to hold, or they're just not really worth that much to you, use them as trade, towards your sealed stuff. And singles are all over the place. Sometimes they do super good, sometimes they do super bad. And it's just very unpredictable. I hate investing in singles. I was pricing out some cards for my card show coming up this weekend. And freaking, before I took a break from card shows, the Giratina from Lost Origins had dropped down to like $500, right? Like $500. And I'm like, oh, this is stupid. I don't want to sell for that. It was so much more for a minute there. And now it's back up to $750. And it's just so wild how much these fluctuate. But then the Lugia dropped down. The Lugia from Silver Tempest but then it hasn't bounced back up yet where the Lost Origin one has. And same with Sleepy Dragonite. It took a little bit of a dip and it didn't hit back. So all the different cards like come and go at different times, and it's annoying. I hate doing singles. I don't think singles are as easy money as it used to be. Because I remember with singles, basically people would sell them on Facebook. They'd post their collection. You could be like, cool, I want 60%. You're desperate for cash. You know you want 60%. And they go, heck yeah. And so then you do it. But now everyone and their mother is a vendor at a card show. And now it's hard to pick up collections. It's a lot more fast-paced. And if you don't hurry and flip your single before the market changes or dips, then you're kind of screwed. There's a good period of time for a long time last year and part of the year before where singles just kept going up and up and up and up, and it doesn't matter when you bought them because the next card show would come up. You could sell them easy and they'd be worth more than when you bought them. But now it's like when you buy them, you have to hope they don't dip down and you don't sell them as quick. So I don't know. I don't love doing singles. It's a lot more rat racing in my opinion. But that's just my opinion. Let's see, for booster bundles, I don't know about booster bundles or collection boxes, but I would have to say, from what I've been seeing, Logan's Poke ship or something like that, the one Team Rocket Joey always touts, definitely seems like a good one. And plus, Team Rocket Joey has a discount code, and acrylic is already pretty affordable, so I feel like it's an even better deal to get it with a discount for sure. And then Bullet, back in the day, you could buy, and by the time the next customer walks up, yeah, exactly, you'd be at the card show over the weekend, and the price would go up by like 5% as you're selling stuff. It was crazy. Space Goat, what's up, buddy? Hope you're having a good night. No, we haven't ripped anything tonight, and I'll be honest, I don't really expect to really ever rip much on here. Because we just recently started up ripping ships. We didn't really used to do them before, and so we haven't really built up the audience for it yet. And so I got to do a good handful of streams where just nothing happens, and I'm fine with that. Just to get the awareness out there. It's not that big of a deal. Just is what it is. I was told Logan's, yeah, it looks really good from all the videos I've seen of it. Ooh, Chilling Rain booster box, celebrations. Yeah, those would be sweet. I had some really cool UPC and booster bundle display case acrylics, but I got those from eBay. But I like them because you just screw them together and they don't come apart. The magnetic tops are pretty cool, but I don't like, I don't know. I just don't want the top to get knocked off at some point. I kind of like the screw-in ones, especially if I'm not planning on selling it anytime soon. I like the ones that screw together. I did recently, let's see. I did see Logan's Pokeship has those cool ones that you can put your slabs in. I think that's pretty cool. I have that PSA 10 Mewtwo. I would love to put that in there. I wonder how much that's going for nowadays. I know it's spiked up to like almost $5,000, and then it just ate it. Then it ended up going down to like 3-ish. Let's see, what was it called? Shining Legends Mewtwo GX PSA 10. There's a time I could have bought this card for literally $900, and then it shot up in price like so fast. I wish I did it. And I have it in a 10 now, but I had to pay $1,300 for it. And even then, that's fine because it went up so quick. Are there like no PSA 10s on the market? What the heck? That's crazy. I saw like a Japanese one and a Chinese one. Maybe I need to pick it up in Chinese. I don't know. Am I getting sleep? No. Between work and then coming home, doing the family thing, this, and then jumping right back out to work after a handful of hours. No sleep. Not very much sleep. And then Thursday, I'm going to work from 8 a.m. to 2 a.m. the next day. So, yeah, I'm going to be pretty dead. And then I was sick all last week, and it's great. Not putting your slab in what? The Logan Pokeship acrylic thing? I think I'd put one in there. Did eBay change how they do their filters? Where's the salt? Oh my goodness. Why did they do this? I don't like whatever they changed. That's not cool. Oh, there it is. Aha. Oh, it's pretty much... Is it getting back up to 5,000? Holy crap. See, I'm glad I bought this for $1,300. That is crazy. Six more packs. Space Goat. Oh my goodness. Legend status. Legend status. Let me just pull up that other screen real quick. Hell yeah. Let me go grab them real quick. Let me go grab them. Let's rip these. He meant what he said and said what he meant. He was not kidding. Last night he was like, I get paid tomorrow, so I'm going to get some more. He was not kidding whatsoever. Be right back. Here we go. Let's get that camera up. Let's move this damn mic. Let's move this damn keyboard. Let's make sure we got some sleeves, which we do. Top loaders. Need to open up a new thing of top loaders. All right, my friend. Here we go. Here we go. Let's do it. Let's see what we get. Let's see if we like this view better. Oh, yeah. All right. Good luck, my friend. Good luck. I hope we pull you something crazy, crazy epic. We're due, that's for sure. Are the hit rates on Ascended Heroes pretty good? I haven't watched a lot of pack openings, so I'm not sure. Kirlia, Slugma, Poniard, Air Balloon, Cramorant, Golduck, Snorunt Reverse Water, another Rayquaza Ball. I do like that artwork. Imagine that as like an SIR. That would have been crazy. Oh, dang it. I thought we had it. I thought we had something. But an EX, we're warming up. We're warming up. What if we pulled that gold Charizard? Is that gold Charizard got a huge tax on it like the Phantasmal Flames gold one does? How's that looking right now? Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Rates are prismatic level. Well, then hopefully that means value stays prismatic level. That'd be sweet. Team Rocket's Factory. Dustox. Not bad. I don't know. I don't think getting tattoos bad. And I have, like, I'll show you after, but I have an entire sleeve. It goes all the way up to here. And absolutely everything on my arm is covered. But I don't think tattoos are bad. I'd fall asleep during them. But I also go in kind of sleep deprived. Dunsparce. Strap Raptor. Oh, man. Genesis, you were with me that one night when we watched a God Pack get pulled, right? That was so crazy. That was so crazy when we were watching some whatnot stuff and God Pack. Oof. And he pulled all the good SIRs. Totodile. I'd love like an AR or an IR of a Totodile. I think that'd be sweet. Can't believe they didn't do that. Bayleaf. Delcatty. Come on. Oh, that's kind of cool. A Rocket Reverse Hollow. Oh my gosh. Come on. We got to get something here. Oh, I meant pain tolerance wise. Like, they're not bad at all. I think they're fine. I think they're fine. Yeah, 1,600 out of one is crazy. Though I think the Prismatic God Pack is still worth quite a bit more. Snorunt. Fighting Gong. Obstagoon. Noivern. And Zekrom. Coolo Reverse. Snorunt. Come on. Come on, we gotta do better than that. Riolu. Dunsparce. Buddy Poffin. Kirlia. And I don't know who they are. Huh, interesting. I think the Doug Trio in this set looks really cool. Is it this set or is it Phantasmal? I don't remember. Wherever that Doug Trio comes from. Dreepy. Scorbunny. Honchcrow. Oh my gosh, come on, last pack magic. Last pack magic. Come on. Don't do this to us. Don't do this to us. Dreepy, Chikorita, Night Stretcher, Urbane, vanilla ice cream, Drampa. Come on, come on, come on. Oh, that's really cute, though. I do like that token. Hey, there we go. A little MA. We'll take that. Are they called MA? Oh, no. Is that a full art? That's a full art, I think. Hell yeah. At least we got a hit. We'll take it. We'll take it. Mega Scrafty. Going full Kung Fu fighting. Let's go. Since you're the first one of the night, let me go find a little bonus. I'll be right back. Gotta go down to the basement, so I gotta go down like 2 floors. Okay. Let's go for a little Japanese black here. Kind of sounds like heroin. Don't do drugs. Here we go. Come on. Hey, there we go. There we go. How do we always do this on the bonus packs? Nice. Nice. Every time. Every time. Hell yeah. Thank you so much for going in. I was trying to decide that. I think it is a Mega Attack rare. In Japanese, as an MA next to it, but English it doesn't, so I'm like, I have no idea what that is. It's like, I have no freaking clue. But anyways, Space Scope, thank you so much for going in. Definitely appreciate it. And the freebie card too. The freebie hit. We like it. We love it. Thank you so much, my friend. Yeah, isn't that cool? How it's like in Japanese, you get the English lettering, and then in English, you get the Japanese one. Super cool. Super cool. Is Perfect Order only going to be in Hill Zero? Or is it also going to be part of Ninja Spinner too? I don't remember. Oh, it is the MAR. Perfect. Thank you for confirming. Thank you, thank you. Got that crowd on there. Will it? Okay. I wasn't sure if it'd have both or not, because I know Ninja Spinner comes out right before Perfect Order. They haven't done a 2-box set for a minute, or a 2-box Japanese into English set for a minute, so just wasn't sure if that one was due for it or not. Oh, I know, the Mewtwo is crazy. I have one in a PSA 10, but you know what? In 2024, I was doing a card show. They were going for PSA 10 for $900, and there's a vendor that had it straight up for $900, and I should have done it. There's no reason why I didn't. And so I'm like, I'll just wait a month. I'll have the extra cash. And then it shot up to $1,300. Oh, above $1,300. It was like almost $2,000. And so I bought one in a Beckett 9.5 with everything being a subgrade except for like 2 spots. A 10 subgrade except for 2 spots. And so I ended up buying that. And then I sent it to PSA in the slab saying, hey, if you think this is a 10, crack it out, give it a 10. And they did. They did. It was super nice of them. The Clefairy IR is super good. And the Starmie, actually, the SIR of Starmie ended up looking better than I thought it would. I was actually kind of surprised. And even with Zygarde, I think Zygarde actually looks better than I thought it did too. The full art of Zygarde is what I was kind of expecting the SIR to be. And it kind of surprised me with the SIR. I definitely like it. And then what else is it? Like, yeah, the Clefairy IR is super good. I don't know. I think Nullifying or Perfect Order is going to be a little bit better than what people think. I don't think it's going to be the best set out there, but I think it's going to be like a Temporal Forces level set. I don't think it's going to be absolutely terrible. Genesis almost getting one for $1,300. Yeah, man, I wish I could get more at $1,300. And then I wouldn't be surprised if he got reprinted. That'd be cool in Celebrations. I don't know what I want in Celebrations. I think I want some e-readers. I want some e-readers in Celebrations. I want like the Tyranitar where he's kind of walking side profile. Because I love Godzilla and Tyranitar reminds me of Godzilla. So I want some Tyranitar e-readers for the 30th. Oh, that would have been cool. I don't know why they didn't do Zygarde IRs. You just watch. Whatever set is after Perfect Order, they're going to add in the IRs. Kind of like how Gengar probably should have been in Phantasmal Flames. And then they're like, no. We'll put it on the pack art, but we're not putting it in the set. I bet that's how it's going to go. Hopefully not, but I bet it will. underrated evolution line that I think is super cool is the Obsidian Flames Pidgey to Pidgeot. I think it's awesome. I think it's awesome. Let's see. Yeah, Phantasmal would have been gone if it had freaking Gengar and Charizard. It would have been completely wiped out from this earth so fast. So fast. We'll look up the Japanese one here in a minute. Yeah, Phantasmal Flames. It's like, come on now. My favorite set. I don't know. Like I said, I love that Obsidian Flames Pidgey. My favorite set so far. So I came back during Obsidian Flames. I actually really like Paradox and Temporal Forces. Nobody else really likes them. I like them. I mean, they have one of my favorite cards, Golisopod. I love the Golisopod in that set. Those sets. And then what else do I really like? Not in any of the sets, but the Team Rocket's Tyranitar Pokemon Center promo. I really like those. And then anything with Mew and Mewtwo I really like. I have a big Mewtwo collection. Oh, you just pulled that SIR? Heck yeah. I don't think I specifically like a specific set. I just have stuff I really like from all the sets, if that makes sense. Like the Obsidian Flames Ninetales. I love that card. I love that card so much. What about you, Space? What is your favorite set? You working tonight? Thank you for coming and hanging out with me, friend. It's always good to see you. Are you going to vend at the card show coming up next weekend that Jesus is doing? Unified Minds. I never done Unified Minds. I don't anything before Obsidian Flames. I know nothing about. It's so interesting that China, that's their favorite, because China is really iffy about ghosts, zombies, stuff like that. They usually have to censor that kind of stuff in their games and everything. So I'm kind of surprised that they like that so much, but maybe that's why. Maybe they're like, oh, that's so cool. You know? Alola? Oh yeah. That's really cool. That's true. The different Alolan versions, Alolan Marowak looks so cool. And 151 pulled me back in, but I found out about 151 during Obsidian Flames. All right, let's get the phone out of the way for a second. And let's find that Japanese Mewtwo. First, though, I want to see how much the last sold. I know, the only one posted in English is for $5,000. Obviously not going to sell anytime soon. But I wonder what we're really looking at here. Oh, no, there's a $5,000 one right here. It is back up to $5,000. Holy crap. Holy crap. And that just barely happened today. Oh man, that just happened today. 5,000. Then 46. Yeah, I wish I bought a handful more of those. Yeah. Punishable by death. Oh, that is intense. Yeah, they are touchy about that if that's what they're doing. Then Taco, imagine if the main set in English 151 had Snorlax, Mew, and Mewtwo cards in it. That's true. I kind of like that they're promos, because the promos were kind of done crappily, so they're harder to grade, and they look really cool. I think it makes the UPC super valuable for sure. And I just love those promos. I love the Batman Mewtwo. I love that Mew SIR. It's so good. So good. Oh, that makes sense too with Taskmaster. They did Taskmaster really dirty in the last Marvel show. Like, they just immediately killed Taskmaster off. They're just like, nope, you're gone. All right, let's see if we can find this in Japanese. It's crazy if they'll get up to $5,000 consistently. Let's see, where would Japanese be? Let's try Japanese. In Chinese, though, that's a good deal. Chinese being under $1,000, like, I might pick up a Chinese one just because the growth potential on that has to be pretty good, and I don't have one in Chinese or Japanese, so that'd be kind of fun to do. I know. They're just like immediately dead at the very beginning. So Japanese being at $3,000, that's not very far behind. It's not very far behind at all. That's nuts. Yeah, they didn't want to mess with Taskmaster. Like, nobody did. Everyone was like, no thank you. No thank you. Come on, back music. There we go. I mean, probably, right? Let's see. Japanese 151 is elevated by 1 billion%. Yeah, that's true. But still a fraction of the cost of English. I mean, you get a full booster box. How much is it now? Is it back up to 200? I don't remember. 151 Japanese booster box. Yeah, they're back up to 200. But you get 20 packs as compared to a almost $500 ETB with only 9 packs. So still very fractional. Still very fractional. In a month. What do you guys think? Do you guys think in the springtime there's going to be another big like singles and sealed boom? Kind of like how there was in 2024? Do you think we're going to see another uptick in everything? Or do you think it's going to just kind of stay level where things are at right now with a slower climb? It'll be interesting to see, but I'm just kind of curious on your guys' thoughts. Where's Shiny Treasure at? I remember picking these up for such a good deal. I remember Shiny Treasure for the longest time was just so cheap. Now we're up to $100 a box. It's actually not as high as I thought it would be. I got some Mega Dream Booster boxes coming in that I can do for cheaper. I have like an expensive set of 40 boxes that I way overpaid for and couldn't sell quick enough. And then I have like another 10 coming in that I can totally do for like these prices. So I'm kind of excited about that. But singles will see more growth. Maybe the sets after the 30th will not be as wild, but I don't foresee them going below MSRP. I don't see them going down to MSRP. I think we're going to see like $180 to $200 booster boxes still, even on the new sets. And this is just me being very conservative. I think we'll probably still be at about that point, with a caveat of if they make these new generation starter Pokemon really crappy looking, then I could see things slowing down a little bit. But we're due for some good starters. We haven't had like super awesome starters for a minute. And I like my idea, my fossil idea. I want some fossil starters where you gotta bring the fossils back first. And they're like dinosaurs. I think that'd be sweet. Taco, it's set to boom soon, and all those big chase cards that have been falling 3 to 4 months I'd agree with that. Everything's kind of coming back. Everything's starting to make a comeback and more. And then let's see. Last chance to get Bubble. I think so. I think Bubble Mew is going to see its resurgence again, especially since we didn't get a big restock or reprint like we thought from Target and stuff like that. Ow. Cat. My cat jumps on my lap and scratches the yayas out of me. Ugh. Not today, kitty. I think Bubble Mew is well on its way to getting back up there. Lightly played. Ooh. Let's see. 445, 490. Oh, already in the fives. 3 of them just sold for 535, and then another for 505, 509. Let's see. Good centering. Yeah, we're screwed when it comes to Bubble Mew. I have 2 of them in a PSA 10, though. I do have 2 in a PSA 10. I think I should have had 4, but they gave me 2 9s. That's like, no. We knew those were 10s. Back when you could buy them for under $100, I should have bought more. I totally regret that. I'm like, back when I was picking them up for 60 to 80, I should have just bought all of them. I should have just bought all of them I could get my hands on. Space Goat. I think Phantasma will see another crash with more product printed, and then Ascended Heroes will spike throughout the year. I think Mega will also make a big comeback. I think Mega Evolution is already starting. Taco. Bubble Mew already has a few at 535, 3 of them, then 1 at 505, and then the rest are like in the 500s. Phantasmal Flames, I don't think that's going to dip. And that might be me just way overestimating. But Phantasmal Flames had a pretty big dip at release. It dropped down to almost $200 a box. And now, I mean, it was selling at $300 a box at some point. And now we're already back to $278, $279 right there. And then with what's left, $274 all the way down to $278, $279 all the way down to $290 almost. Like, we're getting pretty close back up to $300 a box. If it does dip down, I don't think it'd go below like 220 again. And I mean, we keep saying, yeah, hopefully they reprint some booster boxes and stuff, right? But they still haven't done it for like Destined Rivals and some of the other sets. Journey Together hasn't gone to reprint yet. As far as booster boxes go, we've been getting booster bundles and ETBs and things, but not that. So I don't know about Phantasmal Flames. I think it's going to stay pretty high, but we'll see. Typically, everyone hates the new starters, then it spikes. True Genesis, but I really just like Fuecoco and all them. I do kind of like them, but I just want some epic looking starters like the originals. Like, I just want something that doesn't look like a puffy balloon. I don't know. Like, do they even know what the starters are going to look like for the next gen? What's it called? Pokemon Wind and Wave starters. I'll pull the screen over here because I don't know if there's spoilers for it or not. Let's see. I think there's rumors. I don't know if there's... Well, this might be it. No, that's what they designed. Okay. So these are just like fan-made. So nothing yet. Nothing yet. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. Let's see. It'll depend on something which nobody knows and we can't control. Can they saturate the booster box market? Man, that's the trick. That's the trick. Because not only are you going to have sealed collectors wanting to get them, you're going to want rip and shippers coming to get them. And even if you look, I know Redbeard says he's the biggest rip and shipper on YouTube and everything, but there's so many bigger rip and shippers than him on Whatnot that like dwarf him, and they run 24/7 a day. I feel like they have so much liquid assets with how much they sell and how way overpriced, like, because they do those surprise sets, and so I feel like they can just literally buy up whatever they want and drive up whatever they want. I feel like they just have that much money for sure. I just feel like they have that much money. Like, and it's kind of a crazy thought. And they have their own, oh my gosh, Cat. They kind of have their own market and their own economy system in a way too. Because like when I first came in and started doing Whatnot, Obsidian Flames, nobody wanted that stuff and they were ripping it way more than what it was worth. It was crazy. It was crazy. Mr. Genesis saying I'd stack up on Zard UPCs and good promos, great pack selection in the future. Agreed. I think it has a really good pack selection. The promo is awesome. The Oricorio is really cool. I'd agree with that for sure. I have 2 sealed cases of them. They finally hit my Costco in store today, and I was working, so I didn't get to grab any. I wish I could have grabbed some. I would have definitely grabbed some. And then Space Goat, I got my Phantasmal Flames booster box on Amazon for $200. That's awesome. $200's a good deal. $200's a way good deal. I think I sold mine for $210 when I did pre-orders for it. I think I sold them for about $210. I don't remember. Somewhere in that field. $210, $215. Let's see, you can get it at MSRP plus shipping. The Zard UPCs, there's actually really good deals locally, last I checked. Let's see, Facebook Marketplace. Charizard UPC. I don't live in California, but I mean, there's a lot of people that have them posted for about 125. If you really wanted to, you just wheel and deal and be like, hey, you know what? 115, 110, whatever. And a lot of people will cave in. A lot of people will cave in eventually and be like, yeah, sure. And then you can still get them for pretty cheap. I always like scour Facebook Marketplace and wheel and deal. And if I get told no, it's fine. I didn't need it in the first place, but if I can get it for that deal, I'll get it for that deal for sure. Then not the box, but the singles. Yeah, Space Go. I agree. I know you're kind of going back to Phantasmal and talking about that. I don't know if that Charizard's already kind of low. Kind of lower than I thought it would be. But it's so easy to pull, right? Isn't that easy to pull? Charizard SIR Phantasmal Flames. Oh, never mind. It's way more expensive than I thought it was. Oh, it started out. Okay, so it did take a good little dip. 640, 650. Yeah, I could see it going down a little bit more, but I feel like it would go down just for a tad smidge if it did, and then shoot back up. But it's already kind of on its rebound. It's already like bouncing around doing its thing. Don't know. That one's a loose cannon. But it does have the advantage of being a really great Charizard card till Charizard Y comes out. We're still due a Charizard Y, so it'll be interesting to see if it comes with Perfect Order or the set after that. We're still due a Charizard Y. Yes, Ryan's Card House. I know he used to do a lot of whatnot. I don't know if he still does or not, but like he's even more rich than Kraken by far. He does way more than Kraken does. Let's see. Right now it feels like that until it doesn't. And that's true. I mean, it only takes one thing to flip the script and do it. It's just until Pokemon shows that that's what they're going to do, I'm not going to believe it. Because the problem is lately they've done everything but show that they want to print booster boxes. And I'm sure they will. They'll get around to it, I'm sure. But you have to remember, we have been getting some Pokemon booster box reprints. Like I said, I've gotten 2 different stocks of Destin Rivals booster boxes, and they're all right below market. And then every other product that I've gotten from Distro, whether it's a booster box or not, has been right below market. We've gotten some more Journey Together. We've gotten more Surging Sparks in the past. We've gotten more Paldea Evolved in the past. And it just did not dent anything whatsoever. Oh, similar pull rates for Bubble Mew. So yeah. And then depending on how hard it is to grade, card might stay up for quite some time. Though you know what? I know I'm going to get a lot of flack for this, and I'm okay with it. I like the Obsidian Flames Charizard better. I love this one and the Paldean Fates Charizard. I just love that crack or that stained glass look, and I have both of them to where I can display both of them. I like both of them a little bit better than I do that new Charizard for sure. But that's just me. Does not hurt the Zard. You're right about the pull rates. Probably not really hurting the Zard too much. Oh man. Yeah. Ryan's Card House will make him a ton of money though, even with those deals like that. But I mean, it was the right move. I remember I applied for eBay streaming back when it first was like announced, and I'm like, they're never gonna pull me in, and they definitely never did. But Ryan's Card House, I mean, they even get their hands on like so much vintage and just other things. They're crazy. They're crazy. I wish I had that pull. It just seems like if you were to get in at a certain time into Pokemon, like you were just so well set up when this boom happened, and then if you're setting up during this boom, it's definitely a much slower start by far. I think I edged in just in the right time though to get distribution, because I feel like if I were to try to do it again, there's no way I'd be able to get it. Jeez. Of course he was. Of course he was. Holy crap. I remember, like, he was always big on whatnot, but I remember when I first started, like, he wasn't doing anything too crazy. Oof. Sorry, guys. Except for selling normal EX cards for, like, quadruple the price. Like, people were just auctioning up like crazy, and then he just built his empire, and good for him. I mean, he's got some good hustle. And yeah, 2 million, you can pretty much buy out whatever's around. You can buy out whatever's around, one for sure. Even with how expensive vintage is, he can make a ton with that. He'll make a killing. But good for him. Good for him. At least he's not like super scammy. Yeah, right spot, right time, and just like I said, perfect timing. There was like a certain time where it would have just really been good to get in, and things were so cheap. But a lot of hustle, even with whatever advantage you get. When you hit that level, there's so much work and hustle that goes into it, and I'm sure at some point he felt like he was probably brain dead and had like the worst brain rot in the world. And he pulled it off. He did really good. I mean, a lot of people are going to hate on some people that are just extremely successful, but at some point you have to take a step back and be like, no matter how much I feel about this person, they have kicked ass. Like they've really worked it for sure. Like with my career, I'm one of the best in the state. I'm on a very exclusive 12-person team for the whole state. And I know that, like, the department I came from, there's nobody that would beat me in what I do. And it's just like, I am, like, very high level at what I do. And I just know that, like, I had to work my ass to get to that point. And I'm almost like, man, if I put that much energy into Pokemon earlier on in my career, that would have been interesting for sure. But you just can't do both. You can't do both. And I just, it took me a lot of my current work hustle to get to where I'm at. And I just know that all the people that want to be where I'm at in my career, I just know that they're not going to make it. They can't, because there's just so much I was willing to do and sacrifice to get to that point, and so much of my own personal time, my family time, and everything. And everyone always looks up at what I do, and they're just like, man, I wish I had your position. Like, I really want it. And I'm like, yeah, were you willing to do all the hard work and all the crazy stuff that I was willing to do? Because I don't think so. And they weren't. Like, they're not willing to educate themselves and do what they need to do. And like, it's just very interesting. And I'll be honest. Anyone who's killing it in Pokemon is a lot better and driven at it than I am. Like, I have some Pokemon hustle, but not nearly as much as some of these other guys that are successful. I mean, they're not sleeping. They're going on trips all over the damn place and doing ungodly amount of social media, which I suck at social media. I need to get a lot better at it, or I need to find someone to hire that can manage all my social media. Like, I make the content, find someone that just edits it all, throws it up there for me. Like, that'd be sweet, but yeah, it's just crazy. Some OnlyFans chick is going to buy Logan Paul's card. So is that like a for sure thing? Because I heard that she wanted to spend 10 mil on the card. I just wasn't sure if that was actually going to happen or not. $18 days left. You know, Pikachu hasn't really budged that much. Like, it's at 5. I think it's been at 5.1 for a minute. Huh. Let's see. And yeah, you have to pay the cost to be the boss. That's a great way to put it, for sure. She has the cash, but I mean, if this thing doesn't bid up beyond like 7, she might as well just go do it through Golden and just do bids and stuff. But I guess you get more publicity if you just buy it outright. I don't know. Oh, I'm sure she will. Or she'll like sell it off immediately. Or my guess is she probably has the cash. But I feel like with a big thing like that, I feel like most people would be more amped to be like, hey, let's get like a group of people together and put money in on it. We'll all have like a fractional of it, and then one person can be like the face of it or whatever. But who knows? I really honestly don't know. It'll be crazy if she does buy it for 10. Oh man. I think I wouldn't doubt that. I wouldn't doubt that. That guy makes so much money. And he's brilliant. I don't know if you saw, he's such a good marketing guy. That ad where, he was like, oh yeah, me and Bradley Martin got in that fight and nobody thought it was recorded, but actually it was. There's a security camera in the corner. And so he's like, I'm going to leak that fight, even though I'm not supposed to. And he leaks it. And it was him and Brad recreating it. It wasn't actually really them fighting, but everybody thought it was. And it was just to promote their new protein drink. Like, so good. And with this auction, I don't think Logan Paul would let it fail. I feel like he knows so many people that he could get so many people to just pitch in bits and pieces to get it up to whatever number he wants it to get. And I just think it would be super easy for him to just get multiple people to put it to the number he wants it to be. I'm sure, I mean, they've already done so much behind the scenes. They've already gone through and re-slabbed this thing, which is wild. They re-slabbed it, and now, oh man, I think I made a video of it, and hopefully I still have it. But it's like a totally different card night and day. I'll have to find the video I made. But look at this. Like when I last zoomed in on the card, it had so much like scuff and damage to the actual card. And now all of a sudden it looks like perfect. Like they did something a little bit more than just redo it. I wonder if I have the video for it still. Oh, come on. Oh my god. Turn off that volume. Okay, yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay, we have to explore this. Pop it up here. Oh, dang. Okay. Can't do a good side by side, but look at this. Look at this. Like, total edge wear on the corners here. Total edge wear. And I'll zoom in and show it. Like, I get some of it is maybe the slab, but like, we're going to see, like, right here, really bad edging. That's not the slab whatsoever. So we take that and we compare it to this. Like, you can still kind of see part of it right here, but all of a sudden, like, not nearly as much. Look, it's such a big difference. My face is in the way. It's the worst. It's a huge difference. And let's see what else we got here. And yeah, you have like a white line going down almost the entirety of that with a little dent right here. A little dent right there. So if we go back and look, like that big white line is gone. And then that little dent that they had in this corner is also gone too. See, look at that. Like total dent status. All these white spots are gone. And those lines, which again, some of it could be the slab, but there's no way that much of it was the slab. Absolutely no way. And just holy crap. That huge line right there is like obviously a ding out of the paint. The ink, perfectly red now. Jeez. Then this is where it gets really bad. Like, again, some of that could be the slab. I don't think so. And that's totally gone now too. Like, totally not even there. Oh my hell. That is so bad. That is so bad. So I don't know. I feel like they either swapped the card or refurbished it or something, like you said. Like, that's not good. Yes, they are scumbags as people, but they know how to make money and promote and are better at their chosen sports than they have any other right. Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. They are some of the top performing humans, and as much as we hate to see it, or how much their personality unfortunately does not reflect that, like, yeah, there's no denying it. But holy crap, this is diabolical. I might have to make a video about that, about Logan Paul's card swap. Because after looking at all this, there's no way. There's no way. That is crazy. Huh. Especially that dent that was right there. That huge white line that was right here. That whole cloudiness that was here. Very sus. Very sus. Has to be explored. Speaking of which, right, PSA did a special inspection, same card, same everything, nothing altered. You know, no way that we're just going to re-slab that. You know, it's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. Well, I think I need to go make my YouTube video for the morning. So that way I can get some sleep and then properly go do some work tomorrow. But I appreciate you jumping on. Thank you so much, my friend. I think it's just you and I. I don't think anybody else is here. But I definitely appreciate you hanging out. Definitely do. It's been fun just chalking it up and looking at Logan Paul's diabolical swap. Jesus. I feel like even the front had some issues too. Yep, I will do my best, and you have a good night as well. You have a good night as well. Don't do anything crazy.